This is my take on the psychological impact of the COVID lockdown on people. Now, the management specialists generally measure a person's psychology through his 5 quotients: the IQ, the EQ, the SQ, the CQ, and the SpQ. Now, of these quotients, the IQ must be quite familiar to all of you. IQ stands for intelligence quotient, which is measured through a series of tests for each age group. And the score of the individual is actually consolidated into a total, and his IQ is computed. Now, during this lockdown, due to prolonged phase of intellectual inactivity and creative rest, probably the IQ would have to some extent been affected. But the other questions would be seriously affected by the COVID lockdown. Let's take the second question, emotional quotient. Emotional quotient is said to be even more important than IQ in deciding the career growth of an individual. The EQ is your ability to maintain reasonable stability in emotions, not to be excessively angry, happy, sad, depressed. A control over emotions is your EQ. Now, this also would be seriously hurt and affected by the COVID lockdown, because most of the people are actually at the edge in terms of their emotional balance is concerned. Most people are now irritable and actually at the very edge of their temper and temperament. Coming to the social quotient, this is your ability to mix and socialize. This would have been extremely seriously affected by the COVID lockdown. Because of the isolation, because of the containment, because of the quarantine, people have become least sociable. Even we are at a stage where we even look at our friend and neighbor suspiciously, as if he's a carrier of the SARS-CoV-2 virus. So the social quotient would have been very seriously affected by the COVID lockdown. Coming to the cultural quotient, this is your ability to adjust to different cultural standards and cultural patterns, and your ability to move along with them pretty well in life and in career. Your cultural quotient, again, would have taken a serious hit because of the COVID-related lockdown, because there is hardly any cultural intermingling during this period, and hence your cultural quotient would have taken a serious blow. Coming to spiritual quotient, this is your ability to adjust to extreme circumstances based on your spiritual beliefs and spiritual trust. Now, even this would have taken a serious blow during the COVID lockdown, because a lot of people are now spiritually a little disturbed and confused, because they believe God is not too well-meaning for them, or the intentions of the divinity is not too good for them. And for many of them, their spiritual quotient would be rather seriously affected by the COVID lockdown. Only those who are really hard and fast believers and very strong in terms of spirituality would be able to maintain their spiritual quotient in these difficult times. In short, all 5 quotients, intellectual quotient, emotional quotient, social quotient, spiritual quotient, and cultural quotient, would have taken a serious blow due to the COVID lockdown, and its impact is going to be long lasting. and sometimes I'm afraid incorrigible. Let's hope and pray that it's not incorrigible. Thank you very much.